Hello? Are we there? Are we there? Ooh, my chats have just refreshed, so I'm hoping that you guys can now hear me. Can you hear me? What have I done wrong? Yay sign, yay! Okay, so I have to say that all again now. Yay! Anyway. Gonna work. Looks like I've got 2 bars on that bad boy now. Yes, please put them on to charge. Those ones are just put on. Okay, take 3. Take 3. Are we good? Okay, I'll just wait for a yay. Yay! Take 3. Do you know what the funny thing is? I had like a stash of batteries in my craft room that were like, these are only for live streams. And I think maybe a little pie has come and stolen them because I can never find batteries anymore. Karma? Oh, it used to be yours and now it's still yours. He's saying that's karma because I used to steal the batteries from his Xbox controller to do my live. Oh no, static. I can hear you a little staticky. Let me see. Okay. Hopefully we can make this work. Whew. Are we good? We're good. Let's turn the bing bing down on that bad boy. Right, so take 3. Hello, my crafty compadres. Thank you for joining me for tonight's Come Craft with me. I'm trying to keep an eye on my comments. They weren't working last week, but they seem to be behaving tonight so far. Touch wood. And I wanted to let you guys know that tonight I'm going to be crafting for a little bit. I've got a low-level headache coming on. I did a lot of exercise today. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I think that's probably contributed to it. But I do my bottle of water here to keep me hydrated. We have got some news coming. Suzanne says, hello everyone. Hey, let me check out to everybody. We have got Suzanne, we've got Joyce, we have got Alex on Twitch, and we have Ashley, Nessa, Jasmine, all the situation. Hey, my crafty friend. Actually, do you know, talk about crafty friends, I'm super jealous because Creativation, the big convention is happening. So I've been the last couple of years usually in January, and it was previously held in Arizona. And this year, last year it was cancelled because of COVID, but this year it was combined with another convention, like an art world or something, and it's now in California. Ooh. So it really was, shall I go? I'd love to go. But with Craig's operation and a whole lot of things happening here, I was also being ill. So sadly, I knew that I wasn't going to make it this year. But now, like on Facebook and things, everyone's going, I'm off to graduation. And I'm feeling so jealous. I hope to see lots and lots of photos though, so that's good. Jasmine says, I'm still suffering from some COVID symptoms. Oh, poor Jazz had COVID. Actually, Natalie, who works with us in the office, she's off with COVID right now, which is unacceptable because, as I was trying to tell you guys, we have got a release coming really soon. Yay! So if you haven't already, you might want to pop over to heffydoodle.com, sign up to our newsletter, because we're going to have some sneaky peekies coming. We're going to have some full reveals and more details coming on that. Marcy says, I saw those posts too and I have FOMO. Yes, totally feeling the FOMO, fear of missing out. FOMO. Jasmine, hope you feel better. Also, a huge shout out to Candy if you're watching, because I saw that it was your birthday this week. Happy birthday, girl. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. Let me flip this camera around. There we go. Hopefully I can stand in the right spot. I pulled out a few bits and pieces here tonight because Craig's cousin, technically, I guess, they had a little bit of a sad news this week. They had to get one of their doggies put to forever sleep and say goodbye to them. So Craig's mum had asked me to make a card for Denise because she's feeling very, very sad and brokenhearted, as I'm sure that you can completely understand. So I have pulled out a few bits and pieces and hope to make a kind of clean and simple card first of all, and then we'll see how we go, because my headache is lurking. I might actually end up turning the screen to this so that I can dip down these lights so they're not quite in my eyes. Actually, that's so much better. I can do this, but it's going to be very dark and eerie LEDs, so it's probably better like that. Happy belated birthday, Leslie. I hope you avoid the headache. Those are miserable. Yes, so what happened is, I'm not sure if I told you guys this, but I joined a skating group, I guess it's called a skating group. So I have got a pair of roller boots that I have had for many, many a moon. I think I've had them for at least 10 years, and I'm pretty sure I have worn them about once, if that. And they have just been sitting in the cupboard, feeling a little bit sad. And they moved house with us, but it's always been something that I've wanted to do. So, Jasmine says, I remember when they were delivered to the office. Yeah, me too. And so I got these roller boots, and it's always been one of those things that I wanted to come back to. And so what have I done with that stamp? Oh, I didn't take it off. Here it is. I found that there was a roller derby group here in Elgin, and I was like, what exactly is roller derby? I don't know. Like, oh, okay, well, it's a full contact sport. I'm like, I'm not really up for full contact sport. I don't really do like competitive sports anyway. So, but I'd like to learn to skate. So they said, come along. Actually, a lot of it's just skating and having fun. So I went along. Monday, there was a 2-hour session, but the Monday before was the first one I went to, and it was so much fun. And so I went to this week as well, and definitely felt like I was leveling up. And then there was a little group on Facebook, and they said today or yesterday, oh, hey, tomorrow as in today, we're going to go out and have a skate along such and such a path if anyone wants to join. So I was like, should I? So I went out skating, and this was my first outside skate session. And not only that, of course it started raining. It was a nightmare. but I was really, really proud of myself. And the guys who are doing it, Archie and Craig were the two that were there, and they actually they're raising money for Macmillan Cancer Research, and it's called the Wheelie Big Skate or something like that, or the Wheelie Big Charity Fundraising, something to do with wheels. And you can do it in inline skates, you can do it on roller skates, you can do it on like pushing a buggy, on a skateboard, on a scooter, cycling, wherever you want. And so these guys are doing it. That's why they're doing these midweek sessions. So I just went along for the ride and I had so much fun. However, the two guys are like the best two guys and the most experienced two guys in the group. And here's me, my first time on the outside, trying to skate along next to them. And the wind was howling. We're going like uphill, a short hill, and the wind's blowing against me. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm exhausted. I feel definitely wind beaten. And I mean, I loved it. It was so much fun, but still. Yes, I definitely felt a little wind beaten and really pooped. And at the end, I said to the guy, Archie, how long, like, I was taking off my boots and I was like, Archie, how far do you think we've gone? And he went, put your boots back on. And I said, why? And he's like, we've done 7.9 miles. What? 7.9 miles. He was like, we have to go down to the bottom. We have to go down to the traffic lights and try and get the 8-mile mark. So I skated for 8 miles. And I have to tell you, I was absolutely pooped. So I came home, made dinner, but definitely I was exhausted, and I still am. And I think I didn't have water with me, so I definitely feel like that is contributing to this low-level headache that's happening right now. But we'll see if it goes or not. Let's catch up on what everyone's saying. Oh, why does it not move? Suzanne says, I love, oh, stupid thing. Here we go, it's catching up now. Suzanne says, I love skating and it certainly is a lot of exercise. Mary says, whoa. Jasmine says, loves ice skating. I broke my arm on roller skates as a kid, not been back on them since. Nessa used to roller skate, ice speed skate, as well as skate dance. I'd love to get to that stage. I'm certainly not at that stage yet, but definitely feel like I could, I would love to be at that stage. I've only been there indoor twice and outdoor today the once, but already I'm trying to practice like going backwards. And the guy today was like, you've got really good stance, really good posture. I'm like, teacher's pet me. You know me. Jasmine says, you were skating around reception and Dave was not impressed. That's right. That's funny. Candy says, thank you for the birthday wishes. It was a good day and I get to go crafting tomorrow and next week to see a bunch of junkies for crafty day. Oh my goodness, please take photos. We want to see, we want to live vicariously through you. All right. So what have I done here? I have stamped a little dog house from the Who Let the Dogs Out stamp set. And I have stamped one of these little poochies from the Hot Diggity Dog stamp set. And I've also stamped a mask to go over the top because I'm thinking that I might borrow some wings from an angel here and add some cute little wings onto this pooch. Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to try to make sure that I'm only getting the ink on the wings. And I'll wrap this around my fingernail and try and remove some of the excess. You could just draw them on is another option. But we'll see if this works out first of all, and if not, then we can draw them on. No problem. Nessa says, I was the Welsh champ many years ago. Oh, amazing. Nessa, that'd be so cool. Would you ever get back into it? Marcy says, I roller skated all the time when I was young, but haven't been on roller skates in many years. Ah, that'd be so cool. Yeah, I'm 40 this summer, and Craig was like, is this the midlife crisis coming in? I said, I don't care if it is. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to love it. All right. So before I move on to the next bit, to colouring these guys in, I think what I'm going to do is show you something from the new release. All right, so this is going to be one of the staples, and you guys are getting the first sneakity peekity, and this is the whimsically wonky imperial rectangles. So you guys know that we have our imperial stitch rectangles, and these guys are going to be perfect for your stash. It cuts out your perfect rectangle for your card blank. And then it has this wibbly wobbly stitching on the inside. And the set here is the imperial set, and you get 3 dies in it. But we also will have a metric version, and I know a lot of people have been asking about metric things. So I'm really excited to tell you that we're going to have both metric and imperial for these guys. Let's grab some cardstock and cut this out. So you guys are getting a first look at this. And even the design team have said that this is just one of those die sets that you just need to have, because a lot of people use the stitched rectangles time and time again, and this is just going to help you mix things up a little bit to make it a little bit different. Jasmine says she's been wanting one like this for so long. Oh, good. That is very fortuitous. So let me give you guys a close look at this. Hopefully it will work. Can you guys see the stitching right there? It's quite subtle, but it's beautiful. You get some gorgeous texture, And I think that it brings interest to your card, but it doesn't take away from the main event of what's happening in the actual core of your card. Jasmine says, I have no idea where I'm going to store it, but I know I need it. Absolutely. Tripping. Oh, I think we're going to be lucky if we get to the end of one card tonight, guys. 2 seconds. All right, let's try plan B. Plan B, I'm changing mics. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Yay, Alex moved over to YouTube. Yay. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me now. I promise that by next week, I'm going to have full stash of batteries. I'm going to hide them somewhere that other people won't know. There we go. So we're all good. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was probably just talking about this sentiment that it comes from Who Let the Dogs Out, and it says dogs leave paw prints on your heart, and I think that would be an okay sentiment for this card. And this card is for someone who has sadly lost a pup this week, lost a dog. So this little doggy's having wings, and then there is a kennel as well to go on this little guy. So I'm thinking I'm going to add some blue to here, and I also pulled out some big stitched clouds. So let's see if we can, maybe I'll cut out some clouds with some glitter paper. That might be super cute. Let's give this a little inky. And I'm going to use my blending tools. In fact, why don't I try my Catherine Pooler ink, and then it will be a similar color to my stamped sentiment at the bottom. also good thing about inking this up is it's really going to make all this stitching pop a lot. So what is everybody else up to this weekend? Because I think I'm making release videos, sneak peek graphics, newsletters. It's going to be a very heavy week. Of course, when it came to planning the release, I completely forgot about the fact that it is Easter as in next weekend. So there is a bank holiday on Friday and Monday next week. So I did not factor in the fact that I'm going to need to do everything for the new release in a 4-day week. What a fool. But I believe in me. I think we'll get it done. All right, let me show you this because I think it really, really makes this. Oh no, sorry, that was my fault. Sorry, my bad, my fault. Pressed too hard. Having a right moment. This is what happens when you've got a headache. Can you see the stitching? Doesn't it look beautiful? So pretty. So pretty. We believe in you too, says Jasmine. Ah, thank you. We just got an order from Simon Says Stamp, and I was like, no, Natalie's not here. We don't have time to do all of this. Not really. We'll figure it out. All right, let's pop this to the side, and we will add some color to our doggies. Now, I believe doggy that sadly had to be let go was a black spaniel. So we're going to start with some dark gray colors here. So I have got a, what's this, a C9. And then I'll move on to a C7. So that's a cool gray 7. That's a 5. Where's my 7 working? Here it is. Oopsies. Who had to be let go? It is Craig's cousin. It's one of those situations where Craig's mum has a sister who is, I don't know, 15, 16 years older than her. So even though it's Craig's cousin, he's more like an uncle to us, I would say. So his name is Billy, and his wife Denise, and Denise this week, Billy and Denise this week had to say goodbye to a black spaniel that they had, which is really sad. Never know how long you're gonna get to keep a dog, but it's never long enough, eh? There we go. Cutie patootie. So sad. Nessa says, I batch make sympathy cards so I don't have to make them in emotional. That is probably the best idea I've ever heard. When a few weeks ago my mum's best friend passed away, and I wanted to send a card to my mum, obviously, my mum and dad, but also the deceased's husband and each of their kids, and they have 5 kids, and I just felt like it was such an emotional drain, and I made them all the same because I couldn't handle anything else, if you know what I mean. It's very sad indeed. Roberta is sad. We lost our precious grand dog in January. Oh, it is sad. It's never easy, says Marcy. Darn pets. I always say no more, and then we get a new edition. Same. Yeah. Marcy says that she lost her crafting buddy, kitty cat, in December. Oh, it's just sad, isn't it? Yeah. There's a little cutie. And we'll make oh hello. We'll make a little kennel for him to enjoy behind the pearly gates. I think. And I've got a red collar, so I will do red roof on here. Doggy heaven, yes, that's a doggy heaven. Beautiful. Now I don't want to do this grey, so I might do it just a different color. Maybe I'll do it blue to match sort of the background here. Do the trick, I think. And I'm going to leave the bone white for now. There you go, mister. Get my little die cutting machine. So some of you guys have been asking about A-plates for the die cutting machine because they've been out of stock for a little while, but I am pleased to announce that they actually are shipping on Monday. Huzzah! Along with another batch of die cutting machines, because I think we're down to our last either 1 or 2 in the shop. So if it's something that you are after, grab the last one before it goes. But they've been really popular, so we're super happy about that. All right, so if I try and cut this out, it will cut through his wings, which we don't want. So we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way with a little pair of scissors and fussy cut. Now, when I fussy cut, I like to turn the paper, not the scissors. That's how I like to maintain control. When I'm cutting. So I'm thinking I might die cut a couple of clouds out of glitter paper. And I think I might come in with my Wink of Stella and add a little shine to his wings and maybe his nose. Maybe a nice shiny nose. I'm not going to worry about that little bit back there. Water break. Right, so let's find the old stash of glitter card. Go for a white. And I'm using the big stitched clouds dies for this. And we'll go for the second largest one to begin with. Any plans this weekend, you guys? Piper and I have got a show to go to. Two of her little friends actually are part of a theatre group, and they are doing a show called What's Up West End, and so it's a selection of different musical numbers from West End Productions, and her pal Ellie and Dulcie is performing in it. So we got tickets to go and check out the show this weekend. So we're really looking forward to that. Let's see what we can do here. Something like this, I think. And we'll need a couple more little clouds around and about. I think. Who's this? Roberta says, hope to craft. We're gonna have one last cold snap. Brilliant. It's whoa, this week we had snow. We even had a deer in my garden. Can you believe it? Morgan came in here to the craft room. I was making samples for the new release, and she was asking me something. She just went, deer, 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 deer. I was like, what? She's like, deer in your garden. I'm like, what? Sure enough, he was right there. Little cutie patootie. He was cold and he was hungry and he wanted some food. So he decided to see if there was anything in the garden here. But yes, it's definitely been cold. A lot of like hailstones as well. Crazy, crazy. Marcy says they're having a warm snap. Oh, nice. Jasmine's hoping to dye her hair purple again. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I think that's sufficient. Now all we need to do is a thimble. That'll be really cool, Jazz. Brush with friends tomorrow, nothing else planned. Brunch even. Roberta says we had that too, Marcy, day before yesterday. And yes, I think yes, day before yesterday was exactly when we had our little deer appear. Bless its cottons. And that's the day there was snow. I didn't even know there was snow. I accidentally slept in, and then Morgan messaged me going, I'll be there soon, just digging my car out from under the snow. And I was like, what? Jumped up out of bed and opened the curtains. Like, I would have did last. In fact, it was so like crazy because it was snowing and there was quite a lot of snow, and then like an hour later the sun was absolutely blitzing in the sky. You could have hung your washing out to dry. It was that like warm. And then later on in the afternoon the sun went away, and I was walking the dog and I was like, oh, my fingers are about to fall off. It's freezing. I don't know what's going on with the weather right now, but it certainly is a little bit of a roller coaster. I've taken some cardstock, some Hefty Doodle coloured cardstock. This is Ice Blast, and cut it into a card blank. Let's stick on some of these little guys. What have we got? Bluebird up top here. Big Grumble Ranger Roo. I'm going to position this so you can see the actual doghouse a little bit more. Okay, so this is going to go here. I'm going to stick that down with some wet glue because every time in the past that I've used like double-sided sticky tape against glitter card, it never sticks. Never sticks for long. Roberta says, yes, tornadoes, heat wave, and cold, possible snow flurries all in 1 week. And Jazz is saying, I need to stock up on cardstock, but waiting for the new release. Well, not long to wait, my dear. I think I'm going to add some foam tape to these two guys. Let's trim away our overhang first and foremost. Big grumbles from my dog. Oh, I don't think I told you, the guys, that Craig actually, like the big nuisance that he is, he ended up getting an infection after his operation. So he is on antibiotics. He's on 2 lots of antibiotics at the moment, actually. But he's starting to feel a lot better. So that is good news. got my nice nails done, ready for my release videos, but now I cannot take the release paper off anything. It's just the way it goes. There we go. I think I quite like his wee paws out, so I'll put this underneath him. Like so. Then all I need to do is adhere this to a card front. My ATG gun ran out of tape, and when I went to order more, they said it wasn't going to be available until May. I'm using up all the random rollers that I have lying around the craft room. There we go. Now there's a little pinky gold sparkle that's randomly lying on my craft desk, but I actually quite like the way it looks on there. Let's see if I can pull out any sort of similar sparkles. Oh, here's some gold and silver ones. Maybe some silver sparkles would be better. And we'll just do a little teeny weeny dot for a sparkly. Just to help create a little bit of an ethereal mood for our beautiful little doggo. Somebody has said make it a butterfly. I think I am going to zoom back. Here we go. Infections are scary. Glad he's recovering well. Thank you. He is on the mend. Thank you. Antibiotics. Make sure he has live yogurt to rebalance enzyme. He's actually taking probiotics at the moment because I told you guys that I had to get a camera down my throat last week. I think I told you. And I believe that they said that they saw signs of an ulcer that had healed. And I believe the ulcer was caused by antibiotics. So yes, he's on really high probiotics at the moment. That's good. And we do have Greek yogurt in the fridge, so definitely we'll get that too. All right. I think this is fairly simple, but very cute. And I think that it will be much appreciated from Billy and Denise, given that they had to say goodbye to their little puppo. I almost forgot to add some sparkle to his wings. So first of all, a clear jelly roll to add a little sparkle. And then from Winker Stella. There we go. And a wee bit on the nose as well. Beautiful. It's best to eat the Greek yogurt first thing in the morning and wait at least 30 minutes before having your breakfast. Well, it's been a bit of a nightmare because he has to take painkillers, and then he has to wait until he can eat, and then he has to take his antibiotics at a different schedule, and then his probiotics has to be like 2 hours after he eats or something, or 2 hours after his meds and things. So it's a little bit of a regimented timetable at the moment. Well, we're getting there, and he's feeling on the up, so that's good. Right, everybody, I'm going to leave it there tonight because my headache is not shifting, and I'm feeling really tired after my 8-mile skate. But I got my card done, and I got to share with you guys something from the new release. Please come back and oh, Peggy's here. Hey, Peggy, come back and check out the new release details to come next week. Are you coming, mister? No, he doesn't want to come. So yeah, lots of really exciting things to see. Marcy says looks great. Yay! And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Candy says thanks for crafting. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Love you all. And yay for the new release, says Peggy. Absolutely. Peggy did some beautiful cards. I've been like editing the cards, resizing them all from the design team. Actually, Morgan's been doing the most of them, but from the ones I've seen for doing the catalogue, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. And I love it. I love it whenever people think outside the box as well. So it's been really, really fun. And yeah, you guys will get to see it next week, I'm sure. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on the upside. Until then, happy crafting. Bye.